Hello and welcome to our Mice and Phil podcast.
Today the podcast is being held in Class 10.
Who do we have today?
From Year 6 we have Callum and Rio.
From Year 5 we have...
And Mackenzie.
From Year 5 we have Zoe Amazing.
From Years 3 and 4 we have Matthew, Finella and Gigi.
What have you been learning in Year 6?
Well, we've had a leech in school today, yesterday, and we had a doctor in as well, and leeches were used for medicine to suck out people's blood.
What's a leech?
A leech is a little black, it looks like similar to a slug, but it has got two heads, and it's got a two mouths at the end, and it can suck blood from each end.
Yeah, it grows bigger from sucking blood.
Yeah.
The average time of it sucking blood is 20 minutes, but it can go on for hours.
And when it's finished, it will drop off.
How big will it be when it's finished sucking blood?
The estimate about 20 centimetres.
Well, it depends, because it sucks blood, then it drops off, and then it could go back and suck more blood again, later on. So, depends what you mean. Usually it gets to about this size, and then this size, and then it can get to this size. But it takes a while.
What was the doctor's name?
Dr. Spiegler, Mrs. Spiegler's dad.
We also have been writing autobiographies and we also wrote a letter to Dr. Spiegler thanking him for coming in and putting his time and effort.
What's an autobiography?
It's where you write your life in a book or something, so other people could read it and see what happened in your lifespan.
So is it the same as a biography?
No, biography is where you write about somebody else's life, and autobiography is about your own.
Were you allowed to take in pictures of yourselves?
We were allowed to take in pictures. Some people had to get them photocopied, some people just brought them in. Personally, I didn't bring any photos in, but lots of people did.
So you received the letter yet?
No, Miss Spiegler is giving them to him today.
Okay. Well, also we've been learning about the equal sign. You can use the equal sign. The equal sign is been used in our mock SATs over last week.
What's a mock SAT?
It's your SATs but practiced. So we've done reading, grammar, punctuation and spelling, maths, and I've took an extra maths because of level 6. But
Did you find it easy to do?
Certain tests we found easy. For example, I found the maths and the reading easier than the grammar, punctuation and spelling in my level 6 maths, but I know other people have found different things harder than other things.
What score did you get?
On average I got around a level 5, middle level 5, but lots of people got different scores.
So what have you been learning about in Year 5?
Today we have been learning about the solar eclipse. And it's about...
What is a solar eclipse?
It's where the sun goes in front of the moon goes into the sun.
Are you enjoying learning about it?
Have you learned much about it yet?
No, I'm going to start it today.
Is there any interesting things that happen when the moon goes in front of the sun?
It goes dark.
When is this solar eclipse happening?
On Friday.
At what time?
9:30. In literacy, we have been learning about Sherlock Holmes.
Who?
Sherlock Holmes.
Who is Sherlock Holmes?
He's a detective in the Victorian times, and he is famous for how many crimes he solved, and he's got a kind of sidekick person that is called Dr. Watson.
How many crimes did he solve? precisely?
A lot.
Was he the most famous detective in or around England?
Well, he was a book. He was in a book.
Oh, so he was a fictional character.
Yeah.
Okay.
And we are reading bits of some of his books to get our ideas to write our own books, and we are halfway through writing our own ones as well.
Are you enjoying writing and reading about Sherlock Holmes?
Yeah, because it's fun. Because at the stages you have to put a lot of different words in, but it's really fun because you're learning about something new.
Do you think that he's a good detective?
Yeah, I think he's a good detective because he solves them quite with ease. Because he looks at one clue and then he finds another one, and he's like, "Oh, I know who that is."
Would you ever like to be Sherlock Holmes?
Or a female version?
No.
Do you know who he's like found and put in jail?
So like any villains in a way, like major villains,
Least favourite.
like Nemesis in a way.
Nemesis. No, not yet. In maths, we have been doing area and perimeter.
What's that?
Well, perimeter is the outside of a room. So if the perimeter of this room, it would be like all around the walls, and the area would be in the middle.
Can you use it for shapes as well, like
Yeah,
this table in a way?
yeah.
Sort of measure the
You have
perimeter.
to measure all the sides and then add them together. So it would be easy with the rectangle because you could measure that side and it would be the same as this side. Then measure that side and then it would be the same. So you just add, so you double one side and then double the other side and then add them together.
Is there any shape that you're finding harder to do than other shapes?
Well, I find it quite fun and easy, but there are some harder ones like the first aid ones and stars.
Which one is the most easiest, area or perimeter?
Perimeter, I think, because
What is the difference between area and perimeter?
area is in the middle, perimeter is outside.
So is perimeter always bigger or area always bigger or vice versa, or if you just don't know?
You don't really know because the area you times one side by another side to get the answer to the area, but the perimeter you just add together.
So say this was 10, so this is 1 metre long, so that's 100 centimetres, and that was
Half.
50.
About
You do
2
100
metres.
times 50.
You would do 100 times 50 to get the area and 100 plus 50 to get the perimeter.
Cool.
If you had a square, would you just have to measure one of the angles and then add this? Yeah, you would measure one side and then you would just if the perimeter, if it was like 30 centimetres there, then it would be 30 centimetres there, there and there. So you would just add 30, 30, 30 and 30 together.
What have you been learning in year 3 and 4?
In year 3 and 4, we've been practicing our play about Vodcast the musical.
What's Vodcast?
It's a book we've been reading. It comes in 2 sets because there's the first one, Vodcast who learns to fight, and then in the second book, Vodcast the outlaw, he learns the 7 skills: moving circles, slow time, shadow walking, and
Awareness.
awareness.
He trusts himself.
Yeah, he trusts himself and he beats Nanoray.
He beats the meanest cat in the city.
And
Yeah.
bones.
Yes.
Who's the author?
SF Saeed, he came last year or this year to sign our books.
Has SF Saeed wrote any other books?
Yeah.
Phoenix.
Yeah, Phoenix.
Phoenix.
That's it.
Phoenix good?
Yes.
It's about the stars.
It's about a boy who has his
There's a
mum
trailer for it.
because his father went out to fight a war. It's aliens and humans as enemies, and he goes out to fight a war. Yeah, and he thinks his father is Major Dashwood because he meets him in the cellar, but it's not actually.
Don't tell me the end. I'm still reading, but
We went on our trip to Bone Manor and we all went to different cabins, but the girls didn't go in the same one as the boys and the boys didn't go in the same cabin as the girls. And the rock climbing wall was a really big hut-shaped thing, which had rock climbing.
Did you go up it?
Yeah, some of us reached the top, some of us were too scared. And the rest of our team was standing at the bottom of the wall, holding onto the rope that we were harnessed to.
Where is Bone Manor?
It's like
Woodhouse Eaves. It's
Yeah,
in
yeah.
Woodhouse Eaves.
Yeah.
Where is Woodhouse Eaves?
well, it's just like
Kind of close to.
No idea.
Woodhouse Eaves is kind of close to Markfield, but not really close.
Oh, so
It's
it's like
about
in the
25.
countryside.
It's about 20 minutes to get there.
We also went canoeing and everyone had 3 people on their boat and a teacher at the back. And we had 2 boats tied together, so you weren't in one boat and it was harder for the boats to capsize. So that was fun.
In maths, we've been learning about angles. An acute angle is less than 90 degrees, and it can never be. And the maximum acute angle has to be 89 degrees. If it's 90, it's a right angle, and a right angle you can fit a square into the corner, and a perfect square.
And it's 2.
Yeah, and the lines are perpendicular. And an obtuse angle is an angle bigger than 90 degrees, but less than 180. And it's always inside the shape. You can never find an obtuse angle outside the shape, otherwise that'd be a reflex.
Thank you for your time.
And we'll see you this time next week.
Hopefully next week we'll be in our normal home.
and also remember to look out for the eclipse, but wear your special eclipse gear as it will hurt your eyes.